In this episode of Homestead How, we fix a broken garage door spring, and Jen and I check out a really fancy Menards. Have you ever seen a Menards this nice? Okay, this isn't Menards. We got a little lost. This was right near Menards. Really cool building. We had to check it out and test out our new camera. So after this quick detour, now we're going back to Menards. Off to Menards to get the new garage door spring. So as you can see here, the cable is loose. It's actually loose on both sides, and then I noticed the spring is broken. So there's no tension on the spring, which is really important, and I'm just removing it now. Each of these spools on the right and left hand side slide into the brackets, and then there's this white plastic tab that goes around the tube to prevent it from popping out. So I'm just removing the nut that is holding the plastic tab in place, and I'm doing this on both sides.
I'm always so lucky. That's the first one I grabbed. Yeah, it's about a 14.
I could very well be doing this incorrectly. I don't have a lot of room to work on the left, so I'm disconnecting the coupling in the middle, and that way I can get this right piece out of the way and then pull the whole spool and the winding unit off of the left side.
There's someone at home watching saying, what the hell is he doing?
Hey guys, it's Jen from Homestead How with a quick message and to tell you what this little white button does. We create custom wood signs, mugs, ornaments, USA flags, and much more. So make sure you check out homesteadhow.com.
Looks like if you get a screwdriver in here, this just pops out. You can see right here where the spring broke. So then I loosen these, and I should be able to hopefully slide the whole spring off and put the new one on. LW. That means left wind versus right wind. You got to make sure you get the right one depending on the one that you took off. And you want to make sure you get the correct size. We've been here for 3 years. As you can see, I clearly need a new garage door. But this has worked pretty well for 3 years, but I'm thinking I may need another spring here on the right side. I'm going to do some more research and check into that. So I made sure to put that white tab back in place, and also there's a bolt coming through that secures the bracket as well, going through the tab. So as we always say on our Homestead How channel, learn with us. There may be a better way to do this. I visited some websites. I'll leave a link in the description below. But here's what I did. I disconnected the coupling in the middle. I have a really hard time getting to this part on the left, so it's hard to work on it. So I disconnected the coupling in the middle, I disconnected the spring. Then I could turn the right spool and the left spool independently. So I got the cable on the right side nice and tight, and then the cable on the left side nice and tight. Then I reconnected the coupling, and then I did the set screws on the right side of the spring, and then I tightened the springs. That way my cables were both perfectly even and pulling the same. Not that one was halfway around the spool and the other one was a little bit loose. That's the way I did it anyway. With the cables both tight and everything secured, I can now use the drill to tighten the screw. So my specifications, the directions said to turn it 10 3/4 turns. And that black line you can see, I'll put an arrow on the screen here. You want to end up, you start with one flat line all the way across the spring, and as you turn the coil, it wraps around the spring. Well, you want to count each of those and have 10 3/4 of those viewable. And then you can test the door and see how well it lifts. So I tested the door manually, and it was a lot lighter. The springs were working, but I still think I may need another spring on the right side. I'm going to do that in another video. But I hope this video helped. Make sure to read the directions. Make sure to be safe. These can be dangerous. And there's some pretty good websites out there. I'll leave a link below.